details. Joining us now is the ranking Democrat on both of those committees. Congressman Elijah Cummings of Maryland is here. Thanks very much for coming in.
Good being with you, both.
Here is the letter that the Secretary of Staff just sent Darrell Issas, the chairman of the other committee that you're on, saying he's ready to come. There was a subpoena. He's willing to testify either June 12th, June 20th, but he also says in this letter the Secretary will not, if he testifies before Issas committee, and you're the ranking Democrat on that committee, he won't testify before the select committee that Trey Gowdy, the Republican congressman from South Carolina, is chairing. You're the ranking Democrat on that committee. What exactly is going on here?
I think the Speaker has lost control of ISA. Mr. ISA is trying to interject himself into the Select Committees of business. Keep in mind, when the Select Committee was formed, what the Speaker said was everything comes under the Select Committee. And now here we have Mr. ISA trying to bring the Secretary in. And the Secretary is saying, you know, I'm going to come, but I'm just going to come one time. This is it.
He's just going to go to the ISA, the ISA committee.
And by the way, it undermines the Select Committee. It undermines, and this is the very thing
because
that we're worried about. Because I thought if there was a Select Committee, that would supersede That's exactly
the other
right.
committees. This is the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform.
That's right.
They've been holding, as you well know better than anyone, they've been holding a lot of investigations, a lot of hearings on the Benghazi terrorist attack.
That's exactly right.
But I assume that once there was a Select Committee that the Speaker put together, 7 Republicans chaired by Trey Gowdy, 5 Democrats. Nancy Pelosi has now agreed to cooperate, to participate instead of trying to snub it, if you will, that would take precedent. But what surprises me is now that Kerry's willing to go before ISIS committee, not the Select Committee.
Well, I think he's trying to obey a subpoena. He hasn't gotten, by the way, a subpoena from our Select Committee because we haven't been really formed yet. We haven't gotten it all together yet.
You've met with Trey Gowdy, now the chairman.
Met with Trey.
How did that go?
It went very well. And I can tell you, I would think that Trey would be a little bit upset about this. I mean, in other words, it's his committee now, it's the Select Committee, and now he sees ISA operating on the outside. And the Speaker said it would not be a circus, but we've got a circus on the side.
Now, explain to me, you understand this, he was a senator, John Kerry, during that tragedy in Benghazi. So he played no role. He has no firsthand knowledge of the decision-making process that was going on.
That's exactly right.
So explain why he has to be subpoenaed. I know Darrell Issas got a rationale for that, but what is the rationale that you've been told?
I don't know. I mean, I think what he's saying, what the ISIS said is I want to bring him in and possibly embarrass him. He says in that letter, he said, and they told us, there are other people, like the custodian of the records, who could give him much better information, because all he wants to know is about the records that he's trying to subpoena.
Did Trey Gowdy say to you what the most important question he wants answered by the Select Committee?
No, not yet. But that's one of the things that I asked him to do, to come back. We're going to meet next Thursday. Come back and tell me exactly what the purpose of this Select Committee is and give me some kind of scope. You cannot do an investigation unless you have scope of what you're trying to answer and where you're going.